Oh my God. So the stock market did not forget what Wednesday means. And Wednesday, if you guys remember back in elementary school, was opposite day where you said or did everything in reverse. And that's what it feels like today in the stock market. And like I just said in the Discord, the way my brain is wired was not the way the market was trading today. Everything I did today was just wrong. But luckily, it was only wrong to a certain extent. My risk management was still there, and that's what kept me safe. But I think I was red and green. So my daily P&L went from green to red to green to red with basically every trade I did. I just could not get any traction. And as much as I want to keep trading right now, I think it'll only get worse because we've been seeing a lot of flushing stuff, especially on RDBX, which is just traumatizing. I know some of you guys killed in the Discord today, but for me, it was just not my kind of day. So I'm going to go ahead and stop it before I do anything extra bad. Oh my God, I'm exhausted. This was crazy. Specifically RDBX. I was red-green on this ticker alone, like maybe 6-7 times. I'm going to love looking at my daily P&L, how it goes up and down, specifically with RDBX tomorrow when I import my trades. This was so chaotic. In the end, it was a scratch day. I'm down $12.59. So it's a total scratch day. Even if I was down 250, I feel like I would have done okay today, just to kind of put things in perspective here. I traded with smaller size today. That's how I managed my risk. Number one, I just said I didn't like the tickers that were moving today. A lot of tickers were like $10 plus stocks. That's not really what I like to trade. I like to trade between $2 and $7. So all these $10 tickers like RDBX and AERC were moving. They're also former runners. So I usually like to trade that first green day, maybe the second green day. But these are all multi-day runners that are just all over the place. And then the volume, especially pre-market, was pretty light on some of these tickers. So I don't really like trading tickers that don't have at least 200,000 shares being traded for like a $5 stock. And, RDBX and AERC, they were like at 40,000. Which converts to like 80,000 shares being traded per minute. So I was like, oh, they're like a little bit light. At the market open, they were both trading a little bit nicer, which was good. But man, it was tough. At least for me, it wasn't my style today. And look at this. If I just went in here for this last attempt and I just got even more into the hole in RDBX, I think I would have been so annoyed. I also got stuck in a few pretty nasty flushes. I got stuck in this flush and this one. I was buying high here, looking for that. I was like, finally, we had a breakout. Although, all I had to do was look to the left, and I noticed this ticker flushes a lot after it has a spike to the upside, so that was a mistake. Yeah, I feel like there's not even that much for me to talk about today. It was just not my kind of trading day. So I feel like I think that is really the lesson. If I was even saying in the Discord, if you don't know what to do, if you don't know how to trade a certain ticker, you could either do two things, right? Don't trade it. That's probably the best idea. And then two, if you do feel a little bit comfortable maybe, or you want to get some practice in, just reduce your size. So that's what I did today. I just said, you know what? If nothing works out today, that's fine too. I'm just going to reduce my size. That way I get, I could practice a little bit. I could, keep the rust off, but I don't risk anything. And that's mainly how I'm able to walk away, break even. Yesterday we had a pretty good day, up 12, 1,300, something like that. So today, just like a cool off kind of day, totally fine with me, because it could have been much worse. And I was down like 300 at one point. I was also up like 300, and then everything in between a dozen times. So yeah, let's go ahead and review these tickers. I guess we'll just start with RDBX because this ticker is just so hectic. And right now, AERC is finally pumping it. Let's actually AERC. Yeah, finally breaking VWAP. I was waiting for this all day. We had a nice little rounded bottom here. This is actually a good time to trade it. We have an engulfing candle yesterday, so that's not that great. Okay, we'll start talking about AERC actually. So yeah, engulfing candle here, that's not that great. So we have a lot of resistance around $12. You can see, we tried to break that $12 zone all like pre-market right in this area. Just didn't make it, and then we got crushed. I don't know, like, do I feel comfortable really getting aggressive right here, right now? Not really, because right now it feels like the market, specifically these main lead gappers, are a little bit against me, where they pop and then they drop really, really hard. So I just don't feel like the risk reward is there, and I feel like the more I keep trading, maybe I'll make a few good moves, but the more I keep trading, the more exhausted, mentally fatigued I get. So eventually, in a not so great climate, even though I could tread water a lot of the times, eventually I'm just gonna have a big mistake. So that's why I'd rather just tread water and then be like, oh, I'm treading water. I'm not getting any traction. Let me go ahead and call it. And that's why I really am calling it. I think that's really the big lesson to walk away today, guys. By far, that's I feel like the most important thing. We've talked about all these tickers here, so I'm not going to focus on the daily or anything like that. Or like the specific, news, the catalyst, the float, and all that stuff. But strong run up here, and there is an engulfing candle, so big resistance there. Keep an eye out for that. We'd want to see a little bit more volume come in for there to be really, really solid breakouts. I really think this might be more of a day kind of gets stuck in here, recharges. Maybe it's going to go down to 7.5, and then we'll probably see this one again for the next few days, or maybe even a week or two. Who knows? I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, with AERC for me, I just kept trying to trade these front side moves. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. You can see this last one definitely didn't. But yeah, I was a little bit maybe too cautious pre-market, but that's fine. With RDBX, really similar situation, but I really try to give it, I really try to trade this one a bit more, but it just didn't work out. This is a ticker we've been seeing so much, almost every single day. I feel like this is on our scanners, which that alone is a reason I don't like trading it. Just zooming in here, now we did break this $10 zone. This is critical because this is where this ticker originally came from. IPO'd around here. We had a last test here, dead cat bounce before we continued our sell-off. We had a big retest here, a retest here, so nice classic double top, and now we're breaking out of this $10 zone. The problem is the volume is really fading here, so the volume really needs to pick up, or else this breakout is really not going to prove to hold itself. So I'm a little bit skeptical about that. And right now, there's so much indecision in the price. So this is tough. This is like as choppy as it gets. This is really tough to trade. If you're a range trader, you probably would have killed it today. I'm sure there's some people that are up today that are like, Alex, it was so easy to trade today. You're probably more of like a buy low, sell high kind of trader. Identify the range. There's clearly a big range in this area. You could probably even argue right where this price came down, so somewhere in this area around 10, and then there's big resistance right around $11, and you just trade the range on that. That's actually what I started doing, and it works pretty well. It's not my favorite way to trade. I feel like sometimes it makes me go a little bit crazy. I like that quick resolution. I don't want to like hold and overthink for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. I'd rather get my resolution. So I'm a really aggressive, or I've gotten to become more and more aggressive front side momentum trader. So for me, look at these. Every time it's over the 90 EMA, technically it's back on the front side and then it flushes. So for me, this is like the worst kind of trading conditions because we don't get that resolution. It's really hard for me to make profits in this kind of market, but I'm fine with that. I'd rather have days where I'm like, I realize that and I sit back a little bit more, and then when we get that nice front side momentum of tickers that are going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 500, 2,000, 3,000% like we've seen, that's where I can really kick into gear. Otherwise, I'm totally fine not trading this, and I don't want to get stuck in any more flushes. So yeah, on the 1 minute, there's not even really much to explain here besides like it's just chaotic. Luckily I avoided this flush. I felt like I got stuck in every other flush that happened today on this ticker. Yeah, and then pre-market, see this is what I was talking about. Like, look at this really, really light volume here, and even like kind of high sell volume. It just was really, really uncomfortable, this ticker. And then of course my best trade here, I barely got with any volume, so that was a little depressing. Oh, and there is the flush on RDBX. That's exactly what I'm talking about. This is why I was like, I need to stop trading. Look at that, nasty. Really quickly, HTCR and CYRN. Let's go to HTCR. This was kind of a fun little pop I took really, really fast. Broke out, and I just jumped on this one. You can see it on the 5 minute. Had a really solid and quick breakout here. Boop, and I just jumped right in on that right here. So actually, my first trade, I got a partial fill here, so that was kind of annoying. I quickly closed it, and then I ended up buying high here, and then it popped again, and I sold for a quick profit. Both of which were tiny position size. This should have been like a $5,000 position size. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. And actually, I gotta give it to you. This is a 20% move here with pretty nice volume. It's a little flushy. Look at this breakout, and then flushes right back down. I mean, this is like what, that's a 10% plus flush right there. So fake out, breakout, shooting star, reversal pattern, goes back down here. A bear trap, and then pops right back up again. How hectic is that? Today's such a hectic day. Oh my God. But it's still running. You got to give it to it. It's running. It's pumping right now. That was an 11% breakout with really good volume. Wow, huge. And then CYRN, I got to get away. I'm going to trade that. If I keep looking at that, I'm going to trade it. I gotta do my recap and log off. CYRN, it is, a classic stair stepper, pop up here, consolidation. Daily it's okay. It's got room to run for sure to about 3, has decent relative volume, decent, not great, decent. 5-minute, yeah, it's just choppy. I don't know, it's just choppy. That's really all I can say about this one. I tried for 2 breakouts. This one worked, and then I tried again for this one. I kind of tripped over myself here on this one. That was a little bit annoying. I should have done a lot better here, but yeah, I guess, tripping over myself was a little bit of the theme today. I'll take my $12 or $13 loss here. I'm totally fine with that, and I will survive to trade another day because, like I said, it is not my kind of day out there. The markets are also turning red. They were green earlier, now they're red, so I don't know. I think I'm done. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys then first thing tomorrow morning. Like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades, guys. Ciao, ciao.